Appearance is usually the first thing that you consider when choosing a new set of wheels, and that factor alone can make or break the look of your ride. But there's more, a whole lot more that you should understand before you make your next purchase. Aside from choosing the design and color you're after, you'll need to dig a little bit deeper to be sure that you're choosing the correct wheel to fit your vehicle. The first step is to determine the bolt pattern of your vehicle. An example of this would be 5 on 4.5 inches. The first number corresponds to the number of studs that retain the wheel to the vehicle, and the second number is the diameter in inches or millimeters of an imaginary circle running through the center of those studs. Finding the bolt pattern of your vehicle can be as easy as looking online using your year, make, and model. But what if your vehicle isn't listed? Or maybe your hubs or axle came off a different vehicle? There are some simple measurements you can do to determine your vehicle's bolt pattern. Techniques vary depending on how many bolts your vehicle has, and all of it can be done with just a simple tape measure. There are even some handy bolt pattern gauges and measuring devices to help you get it right. One hiccup that you may run across though is the switch to metric measurements. So one wheel manufacturer may list it as 5 on 4.5 inches, and another will list it as 5 on 114.3 millimeters. They're the same bolt pattern, just different units of measurement. Next, you'll need to determine what wheel diameter you can run. This will largely be based on the size of the wheel well of your vehicle. Don't forget to allow a little extra room for the tire itself. I have yet to hear anybody brag about how good the ride is on a set of rubber bands. There are plenty of other things that can affect how large or small of a wheel you'll be able to run in your vehicle too. Things like brake rotor diameter, suspension travel, and turning radius can all limit your selection. Wheel diameters can be a bit deceiving. You aren't measuring the overall diameter of the wheel. When you measure wheel diameter, you're actually measuring the diameter of the wheel surface that the bead of your tire sits in. The same thing applies to wheel width. The width of the wheel is going to be slightly larger than the advertised width, since the measurement is where the bead of the tire sits. Next, we need to look at backspacing and offsets. This factor, along with wheel width, will help determine whether our wheel is going to stick out past the fender or if it could possibly interfere with the inner fender well or suspension components. Backspacing refers to the distance from the hub mounting surface to the back lip of the wheel. To measure backspacing, simply lay a straight edge across the back of the wheel and measure the distance from the straight edge to the hub mounting surface with a tape measure. Offset can be a little bit more difficult to measure since it's based on the center line of the wheel. A wheel with the hub surface that's placed directly in the center of the rim width is said to have 0 or no offset. If the hub mounting surface is closer to the outside of the wheel, it has what we refer to as positive offset. And if the hub surface is closer to the inside of the wheel, it has negative offset. Offsets are measured in millimeters and refers to the distance from the true center line of the wheel to the hub mounting surface. It will be listed as a true 0 offset, or it can be a positive or negative number depending on the direction of the offset. As technology has progressed, vehicle manufacturers have increased the backspacing or positive offset to accommodate larger braking components and to optimize updated steering and suspension components. Having a basic knowledge of wheel specs will not only save you some headaches, it will help you choose a wheel with the best fitment possible for your vehicle. With a wide variety of wheel designs and brands, Holley is sure to have something for your ride. To see our full line of wheels, visit us at Holley.com.